Hi, my name is Hoss Booty and I'm sales manager for Burnaby Manufacturing. Burnaby manufactures a product that allows you to hook up outdoor portable appliances to house piping, whether that be natural gas or propane. And then we offer various models depending on the type of installation. Here we have a VGP for interior mounting. This is for a stove or a dryer, something of that nature. And what we've done is in this model you'll see that there's one with a quick disconnect and one without. So currently the practice is to rigidly hook up your stove or dryer. And what we've done here is you can do that and use this model here. And you can see we've incorporated a 2-pound system just to show you that it fits. It'll come in 3/8, half, and 3/4. And the 3/8 and half will come in a 2-pound model. Now you can take the cap off and hook it up rigidly and install the coupling later, or you can use this model and install it with the coupling. Now the rough-in box comes with 2 plugs, one for the top of the box and one for the bottom of the box. The top one, where the pipe goes through, you'll want to take your X-Acto knife and just score that star so that your pipe goes right through. A little less space that you have to caulk. You'll want to mount your rough-in box up against the stud. Now, when you do that, you want to make sure it sticks out the distance of whatever thickness of drywall you're going to use, whether that's 5/8 or 1/2 inch. So in this case, you'll see it. We've screwed it up against the stud. There's a couple of ribs, there's 4 of them here, that allow you to put your screw in and not slide down the box. Makes it a little easier to mount it on the stud. Once you've got the box secured, sticking it out to the finish, now you want to put your piping in. You'll put your piping in using the adapter at the top. Either come into it with flare, there's a flare nut there, or you can come right into it with iron pipe. Either one. You'll run that off to your main line, and you'll want to test that assembly with the valve off. And then the joints below the regulator, to the regulator and below the regulator, should be just soap test, because that regulator is 2 psi in this case. If you've got an assembly without the regulator, you can go ahead and test the whole assembly. But with the regulator, you can only do that for 2 psi. You can only test it 2 psi on it. So you'll want to make sure the rough-in box is to the surface of the drywall, where the drywall thickness is going to be. You'll put your cover on and let the drywaller know that you don't want the surface of the drywall, or you've brought it out that far, so you should know that anyway, but you don't want to come out to the surface of the cap. You actually want to have the edge of the box be the surface of the drywall. Screw your cap on with the 4 screws provided. When the drywaller is finished, take off the cap and discard it, and now mount on your drywall frame. With the 4 screws provided. Now, you will have 8 screws in the package, because the 4 screws you used in the cap has probably got drywall mud all over it. Now in this case, the homeowner can go and buy the appliance, put the flex hose on it, the approved flex hose if it's removable appliance, and just hook up the appliance. Or the gas fitter, if he's going to hook it up rigidly, he would come along and hook it up with his flex connector. One thing you'll want to note when you're installing these is where it comes out on a typical appliance. And I'm going to say that it's somewhere between 6 inches to 18 inches off the floor. And your appliance will be able to be put right back up against there. You won't have to worry about pipes coming out of the flooring. Gives it a nice finish. You can see inside the box. and you'll be able to shut it off for servicing. That's all. Just plug it in.